Alrighty, there we go. It looks like that's up and running, and if everything else is working, you can hear me at the very least a little bit. Welcome to the first and hopefully only Stay-at-Home Film Festival. I'm going to talk to you just for a second, so everyone has time to gather, get their popcorn out, anticipate the films that they're about to watch. You know how it goes. So, first of all, I have a Google form available on the Facebook event that you can follow along and vote for your favorites so that we can have a fun winner at the end. And second of all, sit back, relax. We're going to watch the first segment. Hopefully I won't have to check back in very often, only if something goes terribly wrong. So let's see if we can do this. Here we go. Okay, so we're all at home, locked down at home. We're stuck here because of this, the coronavirus. This is the virus, the one that's inside of us. So we all have stories. Look at all these stories that are being told during this time. But I'm going to tell you a story about me, a story that everybody needs to hear, very individual, about me at home. And me baking bread. That's right. We're talking sourdough bread. So first thing, I need to get my ingredients. Then, I gotta heat the oven, 500 degrees. After we heat the oven, put it inside of a Dutch oven. That's the bread, inside the Dutch oven. The Dutch oven then goes inside the oven. Then we close the oven, and boom, we set the timer. We let the bread cook. This is me. I had to put my gloves on so I could take the Dutch oven out of the oven. Take my gloves off to take the bread out of the Dutch oven, and I burned myself. That's my coronavirus story. Excited to hear yours, too.
Sorry, the number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number or try your call again. This is a recording.
I don't know how things got so wrong. We were all so happy. Those times got me through the worst of being alone. This whole thing. But I have to do this. I have to. For him. It all started when they killed my best friend. You son of a bitch!
You don't understand. We're just trying to protect you.
You're trying to act tough? You know what? Fuck this. I'm getting the blender. You've gone off the rails, man.
Yeah. What the hell was that? I washed myself 5 times and I still smell like a toilet. I say we dunk him in the toilet too.
You buddy. That's enough, guys. Jeff, I think it's time you confront your fears. These aren't easy times, sure. But it's time you let go and accept reality. Things are tough right now, but you've been through worse. You know that. You know you're too hard on yourself. Take a breather. Relax. The world is slowing down at the moment, and you should too. Stop focusing on what isn't here, and try to make peace with what you do have.
Fuck that. He killed Banana.
What?
It's true, Jeffrey.
That's not true. Keep drinking. I'm actually good right now, guys. I do have some stuff to do tomorrow, and midterms are coming up, so.
Smell that? Smells like bitch. Come on, guys. That's not funny. You know, Jeff's right. He's got stuff to deal with, and we're supposed to be his friends.
You know what? It's okay, Banana. I mean, where's my sense of adventure, right? I mean, it's not often I get to do this with you guys, so.
Jeff? Why are you looking at me like that?
Yo, what's up? Listen, I'm having the best day. Yeah, my mom just called me and she told me I need to grow up.
Oh, I've heard that 1,000 times before.
But what does that even mean, Courtney? I don't...
Okay, well, don't panic. I know. Just don't panic, okay?
How do I even become an adult? What does that even mean? Can you help me or what?
I know exactly how to be an adult.
Alright. I don't know. I don't even really want to be an adult. Why not? Well,
Step 1 to being an adult.
wake up!
Beth, as soon as you get out of bed, it's important to immediately make your bed. After all, a clean bed is a clean mind.
I do what I wanna do what I do what I wanna do, what I want.
Beth, adults don't stay in pajamas all day. The first thing they do when they wake up is take off their pajamas and put on regular adult clothes. Okay? Don't leave your pajamas on. Step 2 to being an adult, Beth. Make yourself a piping hot cup of coffee. You're gonna need it. Adults don't run on anything but caffeine. So go ahead and go make yours right now.
I do what I like, I do what I like, I do what I wanna do, I do what I like, and go with my crew so we can ride all night, 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 all night.
Beth, step 6 to being an adult. It is crucial that every single morning you turn on the news. You have to watch the news, so go ahead and turn it on.
I do what I wanna do, that's all that ever mattered. Never been one to chase with these other people, been after fame.
Breaking news, folks. Toys R Us is accused of replacing silicone dildos with glass dildos. That's right, folks. I repeat, silicone dildos for glass dildos. It has increased the choking hazard as children are prone to fit large things in their mouth.
Here on NBCD's 6 to 9 feet. Is it 6 to 9? 6 to 9 feet. First, weather with Coco.
Hi, folks, and welcome to the weather. Just so you know, my name is Coco, and I'll tell you what's going to happen today. I think it's going to rain in about 5 seconds, and maybe it might keep raining all day. I don't really know, folks, but anyway, now that oh my God, folks, it's definitely raining. I'm never wrong. Oh my gosh. Make sure to pack an umbrella now. Bye, y'all.
I'm an adult.
Beth, as an adult, it's crucial that you pay your bills on time every time. Every single time, pay your bills on time.
It's gonna be part of your system, man. Drop that garbage. We're gonna skate to one song only.
how hard motherfuckers wanna find me. Close your eyes and you will see a window into your destiny. Now you're on top, and they want more. Step on stage and they come alive. Happy birthday to the ground.
Rock stars dance on every bar. This is who we are. I don't think we'll ever change. They say just grow up, but they don't know us. We don't give a fuck, and we're never gonna change. Stay, oh just stay forever, stay. If you stay forever, hey, we can stay forever young.
Hey, that's me. Ever since I could remember, I always wanted to be an artist. Something about art always excited me. The idea that you're making something, expressing yourself, and having people see that always interested me. The problem was finding the right medium that fit me, so I dabbled in a few mediums I thought would work. I tried drawing, music, writing. Nothing stuck. I wasn't really good at any of them. Not only that, but I didn't find them fun. It was then that I found film. Steve Jobs by Danny Boyle, to be exact.
It's not binary. You can be decent and gifted at the same time.
Something about the performances and the writing jumped at me. That was the moment I found my medium. It's dynamic, versatile. It's a medium where I can clearly express myself. So I tried it. And I wasn't very good at it, but I enjoyed it a lot. So I kept going.
So guys,
The older I got, the more I realized they weren't any good, which discouraged me. And eventually, I just stopped trying. After a few years of not creating anything, my dad told me, "You've consumed enough. It's time for you to create." He kept encouraging me to make films, and slowly, I started again. They're still not very good, but at least I'm creating. So this is a thank you to everyone who has supported me. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was to just go out there and make something. So I'm out here now, making something.
This is how the morning goes. Strict planning and routine. There's a habit for everything. Never deviate from it. Never deviate from the routine. Stick to the habit. You see, this is what you do if you're like me. This is what you do when you're alone. Sometimes I talk like this. It helps me think. But I'm not really talking to anyone. I'm just talking to myself. Sometimes I need to remind myself of the routine and the habit. The routine that makes my life just the way I need it to be. Neat and clean and alone. Why do I like to be alone, you know? I don't need people. People are messy, they're fragile, challenging. There's no reason to try and clean up someone else's mess. So when someone else isn't gonna bother to help you, there's really no reason you should try to help them. People's words are just that, smoke and mist. Nobody actually wants to do anything, one small thing, unless it benefits them. So yeah, I like being alone. And I'm sure if everyone else had the chance, they'd like to be alone too. Some people think that my routine is boring, that it lacks color or flavor, and I don't need any of that. I like having something simple to do. Maybe it's boring, maybe it's strange, but it's mine. I need nothing extraneous. I exist in solitude and simplicity. That's my world. Free from anyone. And if I'm being honest, I like it here.
Why are you here? I told you I like to be left to myself. Really? Do you? Yes, I do. We've talked about this, you know, people are complicated. You know, people they just are. They don't like make sense to me, and I don't think I want to make sense of them. I don't really want to try.
People are what? I think that they're great. There's a great deal of compassion and intricacy to them. Puzzles that may never end up being solved, and you know, that's okay.
Exactly. People love their problems and their imperfections, and, you know, around and around they'll go, but they'll always return to, you know, a true nature, if that makes sense. People love their problems and people don't want to change. I don't really want to get involved in that.
Well, I think that people are what they are because of their problems. If everybody solved their problems, we'd be boring and stale. No character, no flavor, just blank slates.
Maybe that's just what I am, okay? A blank slate. No issues, no problems, and even if I did have any problems, and that's a very slight if, I'd be able to solve them on my own. I don't understand why this is so hard for you to understand. Just why don't you go back to your precious people if it's so important to you? You don't need to convince me.
No problems? You're a sociopath. You hate interaction and emotional attachment to the point of craziness. You never open up to anyone. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Because no one should know who's sitting in front of me at this table. No one should know this empty vessel of a person.
At least I don't feel the need to chase everybody and anybody who so much as holds a door open for me. You know, I don't ask people how their day is going, knowing full well that they don't care about mine. You know, in fact, I don't even know why I'm sitting here talking to you. You represent everything I hate. You're annoying, you're a doormat, you're cloyingly kind, and someone who desperately seeks everyone else's approval because everyone is just so worthy of praise and kindness.
I hate you.
I hate you.
We can't fight.
How did you get up here?
You know how.
No, I don't. What's going on?
It's not my fault you forget and erase our little talks after we have them. You know me. And, well, that depends on how well you know yourself.
Come on. We both know you'd never actually talk to anyone. That's your flaw. The only real company you'd actually allow yourself is you. So, what does this mean? That I like people secretly? That I want to be friends with the whole big wide world? Look, this is your head, your psyche. It's your head. But you fill it with parts of yourself to, ironically, keep you company. You know, what do you think that means? I should probably wake up now, right? Yeah, you should wake up, yeah. But don't forget what we talked about this time. It might help. And in that case, I'll see you soon.
I like being alone. I like keeping to myself. I like my routines and my habits, but maybe that doesn't mean that other people aren't worth another try. Second chances are infinite. And I know there's a part of me that wants to try again. I know there's a part of me that knows that others can be good. To be fair, it's dangerous. People can be scary. They can lie, they can cheat. But people can be just the opposite too. They can be compassionate, fair, and trustworthy. Or so I'm told. I gotta give them another shot. I need to get out of my own mind. I need the world outside of myself. I need to listen to the part of me that wants to be in the world. My mind is comfortable and safe, but it's just a dream. Now, if you dream something once, it's not a problem. When you seek escape in the dream and attempt to stay there, you become the jailer and the inmate. My psyche of jungle gyms and merry-go-rounds, it's a playground. No, not a playground. A prison. No one's gonna post bail, no one's gonna get me out. I have to do it. I have to break myself out. I have to wake up.
Yo.
been thinking of starting a new hobby recently.
Oh yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah, I've been doing like, I don't know, yoga, meditation, that kind of thing.
Started making a bunch of toilet paper forts.
What even is that?
Yeah, the only issue, keep running out of toilet paper for myself to use, so just been using my hand recently, but honestly not that bad. You know, I'm not really going outside, so don't really need to wash my hands for anything.
That's not even what I asked. But alright, I guess. Can you just toss me a beer?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Yo, thanks. Oh, shit! That beer is really fucking hot, dude. What?
What are you even talking about, man? Let me see. Oh, ow, what the fuck?
Oh, we gotta call the fucking army or something, dude.
I gotta try something real quick.
A few moments later.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Can you stop throwing shit at it?
Seriously? Just gonna waste the world's first magically cooked egg?
Dude, you are not concerned enough about this.
You're not amazed enough by this, man.
Can you just stop throwing shit at it, dude? Just don't interact with it anymore, alright?
Okay, I'm done interacting with it, man. Just a few more.
Wait, no, dude, don't.
Just a few more.
Jesus, I'm fucked.
We got this, right? We? You. And no, you do not have this. Shut up. You're bad at doing things.
My name is Chili Bishop. I was named by my father, Charles Bishop. People say I'm his spitting image. I couldn't agree more. My father was raised and lived his life as a devout Christian. That was until the notorious combination of university-level discourse and an unintended acid trip made him disillusioned with religious institutions. Naturally, to avoid naming me something related to any semblance of religious text, he decided to name me after whatever he happened to have been eating for lunch that day. He was 19 when he had me, and I intend not to repeat his mistakes. In fact, I'm such an adherent to the practices of safe sex to the point where I always use condoms, even when I'm alone. You can never be too careful, especially with today's societal infatuation with artificial intelligence.
Shit.
I am the exemplary male specimen. I would consider myself much too physically superior in respect to my age group. I made the conscious decision early on not to participate in athletics. Simply put, it just wouldn't have been fair. Success is relative, in my opinion. I like to think of myself as a humanitarian first and an academic 12th or 43rd.
Being the altruist that I am, I cap myself at a C-grade average, making the bell curve significantly easier and thus inciting general student success. My humanistic sensibilities go farther than my actions. As an intellectual consumer, I'd consider myself quite a connoisseur of contemporary art. Out of the entire applicant pool, I'm probably the most outstanding candidate you will encounter. I'm better than a valedictorian or a jack of all trades. You can find them anywhere. I'm the best at being what I've chosen to be. So, why do I want to attend an institution of higher education? I'll be honest, I haven't quite figured that part out as of yet. But, isn't honesty a rare virtue to come by these days?
What the hell is this, man?
I did get it in on time, though.
Hey. Hey.
What's up?
Oh, just the film submission that was due 4 days ago.
Oh, right. Well, I did come up with a few ideas.
Okay, great. Let's hear them.
They're all pretty low key. We can definitely get them done in time because we still have time.
Again, 4 days ago, but yeah, something we can do quickly. That sounds good to me.
Right. My first idea would be a expose on the sea anemones.
Would this take place underwater then?
It would be kind of a found footage that we take of sea anemones in the ocean. Yeah.
So it's not found footage then. We're taking the footage.
We find it though. It's kind of like a Blair Witch Project on sea anemones.
Okay, I love the enthusiasm. I am worried that it's going to be a little bit out of our budget and reach to film something literally in the ocean, but let's hear what else you got.
Okay. My second idea would have to be a period piece on the civilizations of Mesopotamia. I'm talking outfits. I'm talking being there, preferably in Mesopotamia.
Being there
present.
Now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need the found footage.
We don't have the budget for a period piece. We can't hire all those extras and the props and the costumes. This one might, honestly, I hate to say it, but be a little out of our budget as well.
Okay. If our budget is this tight, then we can do my last idea, which is a stand-up special of Ricky Gervais. But the audience, get this, it's just 100 pangolins.
So that, again, I guess I need you to explain to me why you think that is in our budget.
Right. I could get the pangolins for very cheap. And I'm assuming Ricky Gervais would do this pro bono.
Why are you assuming that?
It's kind of like for the good of the pangolins sort of deal.
Okay, so not only is that not really in our budget, it's also not a film, it's a stand-up special.
If you're going to shit on literally every single one of my ideas, I would like to hear you come up with one good one.
Okay, easy. A PowerPoint of guitars that I like.
So it's a PowerPoint, and also it's not a film. I'm not in it, so I don't want to do that.
But it'd be interesting, I think.
To who?
Guitars?
Not our target audience. Next idea.
Okay. A compilation of videos I took of my roommate eating dinner.
Okay. Is he willing to let us use that footage?
Well, I found it, so we don't need it. I got it.
Yeah, I can't get sued right now. So, next idea.
Okay. Get this. It's a TED Talk.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there. You haven't said a single idea that's a film, right? You said none of mine were film. You said my stand-up wasn't a film idea, but you've come up with a slideshow, a compilation, and TED Talk. The definition of film is pretty broad, but you haven't even come close.
Okay, noted. Thank you for the note. Then I guess should just do the Ricky Gervais stand-up special.
Nice. That's great. I am going to need you to actually order the pangolins online, though.
What are you talking about? The one thing you said you could do is get the pangolins.
Yeah. I thought I was good for it, but the last time I went, e-shopping on that wet market, my computer did contract a virus. So I don't know, man. I spent legit all $1,200 of that stimulus check on anti-malware software, but my computer is just acting up, acting a fool.
Fine. Okay, I'll get the pangolins. You get Ricky Gervais. I'm sure it's going to be great. I think Eric's going to love it, honestly.
I agree, man. In, give or take a few days, we'll have this stand-up special and we'll send it to Eric. No problem.
This is just a slideshow of guitars.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Deanna Jr. Show. I'm Deanna Jr., and this is my show.
Hey Julia,
I want to start the show by saying thank you to my incredible team, without whom the show would not be possible. For those of you who don't know, my real name is Deanna. I am named after my grandmother, which sort of means that I'm Deanna Jr. When I was younger, I thought it would be really cool to be called DJ, especially because my parents put a lot of pressure on me to become a DJ when I grew up.
Aww.
It was actually really hard to grow up with that much pressure to become a DJ. It was all my parents ever wanted for me. They wanted me to have the glory of the DJ lifestyle, the cool friends, invitations to all the best parties. No one in my family ever actually knew how to DJ. In fact, none of them even had any musical talent. But they wanted that for me. My earliest memories are all of my mom shoving a DJ pad into my grip and expecting me to produce sick tracks. Before I even learned how to walk, I was expected to put my hand on my headphones and scratch records in a cool way. My first words were, "I'm dropping a new mix tomorrow. Will you listen to it?" But whenever they did listen, they never liked it. Nothing I ever made was good enough.
Aww.
But I don't blame them, because I know that every family needs at least one good DJ. My grandma surprised me by getting my first real DJ gig. She realized how hard I had been trying to impress my parents, so she asked the pastor at our church if I could DJ the end-of-year youth group dance. I could play anything I wanted as long as there were no cuss words or sexual references. I put together the perfect playlist of all of my favorite tunes. Hey Juliet, the clean version of I'd Rather F*** You, the clean version of Make It Rain, and many more. When I played it at the dance, no one liked it. No one even danced.
Aww.
In one last-ditch effort to save the night, I picked up a microphone and started telling jokes. And even though the entire auditorium booed, and one person even threw food at me, I could see my grandma on the other side of the room. She laughed at one of the jokes. When security finally came to take me off the stage, she whispered to me as I passed, "You're a terrible DJ. And I've always thought you could lose some weight, but you're not bad at telling jokes." And that was the day I started writing this show, 13 years ago. And now I love what I do. One of my parents started an argument with another of my parents over who would get the last piece of gluten-free cake that I baked. For reasons of privacy, both parents will remain unnamed. During the argument, neither parent offered me the last piece of cake, even though I baked it. An anonymous animal that lives in my household has determined quarantine to be the perfect time to relax her potty training to begin peeing indoors. The animal clearly doesn't appreciate the painstaking effort that I take every day. What? No, I'm not doing world news. That's too political. People always get upset when you do world news. Okay, well, can we just edit it in post? I didn't write any world news. We can? Okay, fine. I'll just do what I usually do. I will now tell you the news from outside of my house.
A giant orange monster has taken over our country for the past 4 years and will destroy anyone that tries to provide free health care. The only way to protect against the monster is to vote for a different monster. The second monster will at least provide health care for the creatures that it injures. A judge has delayed the trial of disgraced Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes, who founded a company based on a blood testing technology that didn't exist. During her downtime, she started a new medical company that has been advising the big orange monster on his national health policy during the coronavirus pandemic. It's called Desperanos, and it hopes to bring despair to every American home for less than half the cost as usual. Hey, where are you going? You're supposed to be sitting there and making it seem like you wrote this before. What, are you getting ice? What are you... This isn't the plan. Every time we make a show together, you somehow figure out a way to mess it up. Seriously? You're pretending you can't hear me? I know you can hear me.
Sorry, I got thirsty.
You really needed water that badly?
The cup is dusty.
It was dusty?
Oh wait, I just remembered a piece of news that I read. Can I do it?
I mean, it's your show. We're the same person.
Well, yeah, but I wanted to check with you because it's your show.
You're me and I'm you.
I guess that's true. Kanye West recently started beeping at his friends, calling words the lowest form of expression. I think it goes without saying, beep 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 beep.
Is that really all you could think of?
Yeah.
God, you're never gonna succeed in the news industry. I don't know why we try.
I didn't think it was so bad.
Yeah, working for the Deanna Jr. show is awesome. She's a great boss, fun to work for. She checks in with me before every scene, makes sure I'm comfortable with how the strings are holding up my body, asks if I like how I look in the shot. I couldn't imagine working anywhere else, really. I mean, I don't have a brain, so I literally can't imagine anything. But even if I could, I wouldn't want to. I like it here. I mean, I wouldn't be able to either because I can't walk, and this is the only job I know how to do. But yeah, I definitely enjoy it.
I've been Deanna Jr., and this has been the Deanna Jr. Show. How is the weather looking out there?
Oh, that was fantastic. Oh boy. See, a lot of technical difficulties. Believe it or not, I actually run live streams for a living, but not today apparently. Fantastic. I'm just here to run through it again one more time. There's a Google form you can vote on for your favorite films that you've been watching. There's no outright pick one because that's your favorite, because how do you pick a favorite from all these winning films? All these people have made them from home, quarantine. These are things that they put together with limited resources. I think that's incredibly impressive. Whoa. Motion censored lights. I'm at work. Final thoughts. There'll be a Zoom call afterwards, which everyone is welcome to join in on. Please do, because otherwise it'll be me and one or two other people who just want to be on the call. So let's all bite the bullet. Let's all get on this call. You can ask the filmmakers questions. We can give them their awards. All right. Unfortunately, I do have a sponsor that I have to thank. So this next film is from them. Enjoy.
Oh, what the hell? Oh my god.
Can I help you, officer?
Yeah, you can cut the shit out right now, actually. I just saw you drinking a beer in broad daylight. Alright, that's drinking and driving. DUI, under the influence.
No, this is my mouth.
Yeah, I see that beer in your mouth going down your throat.
No, this is a misunderstanding.
What is that then?
This is my Mountain Valley sparkling water.
Oh yeah, that's just sparkling water? Tell me other things I'd love to hear. Is my wife coming back from the dead? Yeah, I'm referring to the beer that you were drinking. Let me see. It's your Mountain Valley sparkling what?
It's sparkling water.
You're saying this.
The bottle kind of looks like a beer bottle. This is my Mountain Valley sparkling water. It's sparkling water. It's sparkling water. This is my Mountain Valley sparkling. No, this is a misunderstanding. Sparkling water kind of looks like a beer bottle. This is my Mountain Valley sparkling water.
Mountain Valley sparkling water. The bottle does kind of look like a beer bottle.
いつかこの仮面の秘密を解いて発表し、センセーションを巻き起こせればいいな。あ、しまった。いつも助かります、ディオ様。あ、年ですな。階段を登るの。
Alexa, hit it. You've got to be kidding me.
Well, hello. How's my favorite neighbor girl?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of wanted to, like, catch up because it's kind of weird that we, like, live next door to each other and we have to, like, talk on the phone to catch up. To me, it's almost like I have to come home because of this whole thing. And we're like neighbors again, but then it's weird that we can't see each other, and it's like we live right next to each other, but there's this almost this like huge distance between everyone and their
Very
neighbors.
weird. Yes. I mean, I remember when your mother said that they were getting ready to move you, and I'm like, oh, I can help. I want to help. And then it was like, oh, no, I can't really help. And then I know that you're here, and I haven't seen you yet, but then I talked to your mom, and she says, oh, yeah, she's here. And I'm like, I know, but I never see her. And it's like, how do I know she's really here?
I know.
I don't know. It is different. It's very, very weird.
It is really nice being here and like being able to go in my backyard and play with Wesley and stuff. So
Yes. Oh, I know. I don't know what I would do without Charlie right now. He gets me out walking, even in the rain today.
Yeah.
And it really is nice to have that distraction a little bit, and then to get out, because I don't know, I don't run into very many people. But it's even been weird because the gal that I go up and visit up top, the 86-year-old, I can't go see her anymore, and that's really hard. So I mean, I know that like your mother has come over with Wesley on the grass, but we've, kind of tried to stay at our own ends, but even that is kind of weird. Especially she makes a point of saying, well, I'll bring my own glass, I'll bring my own whatever, so there's no touching, and it just makes me feel like, tell me no touching, it's like, no touching. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I'm a people person, and
I know.
I've even now being retired, I'm not around as many people, and so I even trying to find people to talk to in the neighborhood. Now you can't even do that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. I always feel like you're out walking around and just chatting with people.
When you get out and start talking to people, their stories are so interesting. I just think, I don't know, I find people very interesting. I love their stories, and everybody's so unique. And
yeah, I agree. I think that's what I love about filmmaking, honestly.
Yeah, and you get into that with making movies and films and things like that. I think that a lot of that is telling somebody's story. So now I'm just trying to read more, and I have my knitting and watching a lot more TV probably than I ever used to.
Isn't everyone?
Yes, I know. I keep hearing, though, too, all these great sitcoms, and they're binge-watching this, and they're binge-watching that, and I thought, I haven't binge-watched anything, but we don't have Netflix, we don't have Hulu, we don't have YouTube, none of that extra stuff, so I guess we have a little less to choose from. Jerry binges on the news, which for me, I can only take so much of that, and then I'm like, oh, I can't take any more of the news.
Yeah, but I mean, I know my mom's trying really hard to keep up with the news because she feels like kind of like it's her civic duty, I guess, to just
know what's going on.
Yeah,
right.
Which I think is important, but it's also like for me at least, it's kind of hard to see that. It's tough, but
yes. On Zoom, I have a question to ask you about that, because I just did the one Zoom. It said there was a place to like raise your hand. I didn't know if that meant they can see you and you raise your hand, or if there's a place on Zoom excuse me, that you click and it says like your hand is raised or something.
It's a
I
thing
didn't-
that you click.
It is?
like-
Oh.
Yeah, to raise, or it's like a virtual, like you're virtually raising your hand.
Oh, hilarious.
I had
didn't
trouble.
see that.
I feel like after all of this, there are some things that are just not going to be able to go back to the way they were, you know?
Right. Yeah. There's several people who have talked to me and say they don't want people to go back to the same old, that we want to, we want to make sure we go out and do the right thing is kind of what I keep hearing, is we need to do the right thing, what's best for everybody, not, like what's best for the stock market or for whatever, but it's what's best, what's the right thing. I keep hearing that. We need to do what's right. And so that stuff like this doesn't happen again, and that we take care of each other, that we don't forget that we have neighbors, and just because we're not in the middle of a pandemic, that we still need to, be reaching out to, family, friends, neighbors, and making sure we're taking care of each other and that we're all okay, even when there's not a pandemic. And I thought, wow, that's actually a good point, because we all still struggle and go through a lot of things in just regular life. But maybe it doesn't really come out until you have some type of a crisis that brings people together a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I agree. I'd kind of like to see that. We need to be a kinder, gentler
Yeah.
society.
I agree, definitely.
good.
We're almost there.
A lot of hair.
So, I haven't had it yet.
Is it as good as this?
Right. Okay. I don't think you can replace real human interaction or touch. I don't think that's possible. It's just not the same. You know, like even through phones and stuff, it's boring after a while. There's nothing like being with someone and be able to like be with them and have the same intimacy, I guess.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm going to talk about my my only ever relationship. It was actually with a guy that was working at the school I was studying at, which is kind of weird. But he actually DM'd me before he spoke to me in person. He DM'd me to tell me that he'd seen me in person, which I think is kind of interesting, the fact that he felt he couldn't approach me personally, but he could in my Instagram DMs. I met his parents, he met mine, and all was well. And we were going pretty steadily for 5 or 6 months. There was a rough patch that we were going through where I was doing my exams, and his dad, funnily enough, had gone to prison. So he was working pretty consistently, and I went to surprise him because he was living further into London than I was. And I got to his house, and the doorman wouldn't let me in, so I texted him asking me if he could come and let me in. And he texted back to tell me that he had actually moved to Australia. In those few weeks that we were fighting, as it were, he had upped himself and moved to the other side of the world. He refused to call me, but he texted me to tell me that he was not coming back. So that was that. We basically cut all ties, and there was no interest in making that long distance.
G'day, how you going? My name's Ricky. I have had success during long distance relationships. It's difficult. It's tough. It's gonna be ups and downs, actually a lot of downs. But despite that, people choose to do these things because people choose to hold on to these connections that they've made with people and continue to grow them. I guess it's a loose definition of love, perhaps. I don't think I've ever not been in a long distance relationship at one point or another in each of my relationships. I guess it's just almost a part of my lifestyle, and that's a part of me, and I wouldn't say I enjoy being in long distance relationships, but really I don't give myself much of a choice.
I really think that dating apps are the future of dating, and that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. I just think it's fact. I think people are so afraid to approach one another face to face now. It's so much easier online. There are less risk of bruised egos, you know.
But I think when you talk about intimacy, that's where VR or technology will always be lacking.
Oof. Before I draw the curtain and we finish, I wanted to once again say thank you for watching. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. I hope that added to the experience. That could be like the cool niche thing if we're all quarantined for like 6 or 8 more years. Every time I do this, the mistakes will get worse and worse and worse. And finally, fill out those docs so we can crown somebody a winner, because that's all we know how to do. And hop on the Zoom call, which I'll post the link on in the description after I draw these curtains. Get ready for the curtains. Here they come.